Hey, how's it going? DemonDriver here. Thank you for joining me yet again. I'm always honored to have your presence. Thank you for being here. A lot of you guys see me over the years in my videos hotwire. Well, when I hotwire, I use something called a hotwire stencil. And today in this video, I'm going to show you a quick way to make your own hotwire stencil for any shape, anything you want to hotwire out of foam. I'm going to show you how to make it right now, okay? You got 5 or 10 minutes? Come on, let's get working. Okay, DemonDriver here. Let's get started. What we're going to do is we're going to make a cardboard hotwire stencil that will sit on, this is going to be a side view of a stencil, be the sides of a turboprop engine nacelle, just a generic turboprop engine nacelle that I will create from thin air, and I will show you how to make the hotwire stencil that is going to actually, the hotwire is going to ride on to cut out your nacelle. Now we're going to make sure that the engine nacelle actual hotwire stencil is not wider than this piece of foam. So we'll make it 3 inches high. We'll make sure that it's 3 inches high and no larger than that. So I'll go ahead and draw that out. It gives me a general outline for what I want to do. So then what I do is I basically just freehand a turboprop engine nacelle. Alright, so there's our intake, there's the spinner, there is the exhaust port, and the wing would probably be right about here. That's where the wing would be. Alright, so we just freehanded that just like that. So what I do is I take a pen, and I take a French curve, and I go ahead, I go over this, and I clean it up. I basically clean it up with a pen, and I use the French curve to get the actual, what I really want to use to make the actual stencil. So I go ahead and I use this like that, and I go ahead and draw out the actual nacelle. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. And see, the beauty of this is we're all doing it by hand, and we're doing it. We don't need other people doing it for us. You can do it at home. Now, big second step, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to transfer what I just drew to a piece of cardboard, okay? So that we have the stencil, because this is going to become the master for the stencil. Now I take clear tape, I take clear plastic tape, and what I do is I place the clear plastic tape over the pen line that I just drew. And why I'm doing that is it's so my indentation tool doesn't break through the stencil master and break through the paper. So I double it up like so. I double it up with the tape. Okay, now why did I just do that? Why did I do that? Because I'm going to use a metal point or an old pen that's out of ink to press, to indent the shape of the stencil, the turboprop stencil, into the cardboard. Alright, so let's do that right now. Let's go ahead and let's do that right now. This is what you do. Take the stencil. You take the card, place it down on the table. Preferably tape it down so it doesn't move. Take that, put that down like that, and go ahead and also tape it down to the cardboard. This is no nonsense, right to it. Okay, we take the metal sharp. This is a little screwdriver. You can use a pen that's out of ink, and what you do is you take this pen, you take the sharp object, and what you do is you come in and you press along the line that you drew with the sharp object. And what it's doing is it's pressing the line into the cardboard. And you follow the curve the best you can. This is the easiest and best way to make an exact facsimile of what you drew. So this is just a freehand turboprop nacelle that I just cooked up on the fly. I don't know, it could be a generic turboprop nacelle to any plane you want to build, it doesn't matter. But see, what I'm doing is I'm following the line that I drew. I'm following the line that I drew with this sharp point. Alright, and on the straight points, what we do is we go ahead and we use a metal ruler, and that gives us a perfect straight line to use to guide us. And on the turboprop intake, we'll do the same thing. There we go, kablamo. Now why did we just do that? Alright, watch. Here's where it gets interesting, and here's why I just did what I just did. I remove the tracing paper from the cardboard, and what do you have? I don't know if you can see this, but in the cardboard now is a line. Okay, let me try and move this around so you can see it. Can you see it? Can you see the indentation that I made? Is it clear to you now? Can you see that? Okay, that's an exact facsimile of what I just made. You see? Now, what I do is I take a pen and I now go over the line the best I can, and I draw in the line. I said the best I can. Sometimes you have to move it around so you can see the line that you drew. Sometimes if you don't press hard, it doesn't come out. It doesn't come out properly. You got to press hard with the metal point. All right, there we go. There we are. We got a perfect turboprop side view hot wire stencil. Now, what do we do now? We go ahead and we get an X-Acto knife. All right, let's cut this out. What I like to do is I like to do the straight lines first. Line that up. Make sure it's sharp. Watch your fingers. All right. There we are. Now while I'm doing this, let me quickly tell you about the materials that you can use to make a hot wire stencil out of. You can use this kind of scrap cardboard that's from a box. This is an old shoebox from some construction boots that I bought. But you can use anything, any kind of cardboard, even Formica, plastics. I've heard people use glass, plexiglass, but this is easy to cut. This cardboard is easy to get your hands on, and it's really durable. It stands up well against the hot wire. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and freehand cut, and I cut very slowly along the line, paying attention to what I'm doing. right down the line. See? And I go ahead and do the same thing for the nose section of the turboprop, the spinner. Go ahead. There we are. And it should pop out first time. Yep. Boom! Look at that. Look at that. There's our hot wire stencil. See? Look at that. And how do you make the other one? Easy. You take the pit thing you just cut out, you place it down on a piece of cardboard, and you trace along it again, like that. Trace along it. Like that. And there you go, you got your second one. A lot of you guys that watch my videos, you really think a lot of this is complex, and you say to yourself, well, I can't do that. That's just it's too intensive. But if you really break it down, it really isn't hard at all. It's just, it's tedium, it's tedious, it's time consuming, and that's where it takes patience, and that's where a lot of people run into problems. Okay, right and left. There we go. Those are the sides of the engine nacelle, of our turboprop engine nacelle. What we'll do is, we got our piece of foam. See? Boom. Boom. Look at that. And then we cut that out. That's how you make a hot wire stencil. It's just that easy. Then we would have our hot wire, right? And we just go ahead and we hot wire it out. And that's how you make a hot wire stencil. It's that easy. Well, and that's how you make your very own hot wire stencil to hot wire out any object you want out of styrofoam. It's just that easy. Handmade, we made it in a few minutes. Alright, again, thank you for watching me, DemonDriver here. Until next time, God bless and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.